What's up? This is Dean Anthony TV. I'm here to do my Scary Movie 2026 spoiler review. It starts off in the bar. Teyana Taylor meets Carmen Electra, and then the bartender. She was in the original Scary Movie opening. Then Teyana Taylor walked into the back alley, and then Ghostface appeared. And then everybody came from the neighborhood, from the alleyways, from garbage heap, and they all beat up Ghostface. And then he takes out a knife and starts to slice her, Taylor, and then put her chest deflects it. The Scary Movie, the title comes on the screen. So it begins. Then in front of the house, Greg Wayans, who was Damien's other son, was in the movie. Brenda's daughter, Cindy's daughter, who looks like her, but not her real daughter in real life, which is funny. Another pretty Asian girl in front of the yard, and then they're having a house party. Shorty, aka Marlon, returns with a weed jumpsuit and makes a joke with the kids. They walk to the house, inside the house, and they meet Cindy, who's much older, and she doesn't have her hair done. Then suddenly Ray walks in from the Barnard house, looks like the first center scene in this, imitating Michael B. Jordan. And then he walk up to the pastor in the church, and he says joke stuff. And then Ray starts to do the Running Man bebop dance and spin a Rooney like Booker T. Funny start. He go into the house, and Cindy comes up and says, "Hi, everybody remember me?" And then Brenda walks in and say, "Yeah, I remember you. You're my best friend for previous times." The rest of the gang comes in: Shorty, Cindy's daughter, Brenda's daughter, Greg Wayans, and even Ray. And then the next scene has the hospital patient in the hospital. Then Cindy goes in and sees the patient and actually hit the button, and then she shot the ceiling and then came down. And then randomly, Kim wins. That's not my problem. I'm on my lunch break. Then the next scene, then they joke on Jackson's brother. That is not MJ, because as soon as it came on, the Sharpie drawn on the hairline, bowl cut hair, and then had the MJ like jacket and the penny loafers. And then he moves down the stage and trips and falls down the staircase. And then it says Jermaine Jackson comes on screen, laugh out loud. And then the next scene, they spoof John Wick. Cindy finds a whole bunch of scream killers in the room. And then the next is the train scene that was in the trailer. And the Renners is standing in the middle of the wooden frame. And then the wooden female twerking, dancing in the subway. And then she said that her, this is I'm a her, and then she said all these pronouns, which is funny because there's so many of them. And then the rest of the people in the train were dressed up in Halloween costumes. The last scene was the big reveal. Ghostface killers ended up unmasking. It ended up being Shaquille O'Neal, Anthony Anderson, Shorty, and Ray, which was super funny. Anthony Anderson said he was chosen to be a Scary Movie 3, and he doesn't know why, because they needed more celebrities. And then he said, someone said, "Where is Kevin Hart?" He said he declined, but he never turns down movies. And then Ray said he's in everything. And then Shaq said Shaq is a Hall of Famer, and now broadcast on Inside Man, which is most of us know. Then a random cut and kill Shaq. You saw a spotlight, and then a match, and all the sons and daughters left in the room, and they all walk out. And it looks like the Halloween reboot, with Mike Myers. And they kill all the youngsters, and then they keep the original cast. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10. I thought it was funny. Unlike some said, it was not because of the casuals who didn't know all the movie references. But I think it's better than the sequels, but not better than the original, of course. Next, I hope Marlon and his brothers take time to flesh out a cohesive story and make it more like the first one. They should do a White Chicks 2 and a Don't Be a Menace 2 if done right. It should be one of the 2 best movies they ever made. Thank you.